On a patented rainy afternoon in Seattle, Washington. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Arizona Cardinals and the Seattle Seahawks. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone.
We play to win. Let's go. On the double. 54, right there. 54, Mike. I know he ain't got it. Out.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
And to give this time to the tailback. He takes this for 3 to the 29.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
On third down, Cornelius is complete to the tight end, Clay. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on third.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at their own 22.
Let's put that team on the bus.
Here's Wilson to throw. This one into the hands of Metcalf. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Run left. Motion out of the backfield. Check. Hey.
Here's Wilson. He'll find Metcalf. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. They get 17 on. On that one, move the chains. 1st down, Seahawks.
And that's good for another Seahawks. 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
So into Cardinal territory now. It's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Now a toss play. It's Carson. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Wilson going to fake the give and keep it himself. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. So erase the flag. They decline it.
And did they use the big eraser, or was that the one at the end of the number 2 pencil?
Well, I was thinking the 2x2-inch ones that you can buy and use in addition to the pencil.
And those last forever.
A long time.
No doubt.
They'll need to get this to the 38. That's where the 1st down marker is here on 3rd.
Man, I got you. Man.
from the shotgun. Wilson. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
Brandon, never quite sure what the side judge or the field judge is going to rule there. That was awfully close, but in the end, he says it passed over the 1 yard line, and that's where they're going to mark it out. I mean, you can see it right there, right? See him walking up the sideline? Told him to stop right there at the 1.
Now a handoff here to his running back. Fighting to get back to the goal line. I don't think he got there. He did not get back there. It's a safety. Well, we thought these two defenses, they might come to play. One has already come to play here. A safety for the opening points of the game.
Brandon, let's pile this play away because if it turns out to be a tight game, who knows? This could wind up being the difference.
And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They've got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage.
Leverage.
Big guys up front. You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity. Protect the passer, create space for our runners, and let's go ahead and get these guys. Low man wins. Let's go do it on this drive.
We'll watch that leverage on this drive.
First and 10 at the 39-yard line.
So into Cardinal territory now. It's first and 10 at the 39-yard line. And he'll give it here to his running back. Try to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And no more. Give the tackle to Hassan Reddick.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
So after the run for no gain, here's second and 10.
58's the money. 58's the money. You remember me? You remember me? Let's go, baby.
To throw is Wilson. It's caught. Block it. Give them 14 on that one and a first down. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange.
And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Chris Carson, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further.
Well, partner, that was another explosive run. And one thing I've learned in our time in this game, yes, the offensive line has to get a lot of credit, but for big runs to occur, the wide receivers have to block well downfield.
And then you have to have a good guy carrying the ball too, right?
Oh, without a doubt. You need that difference maker lugging the rock.
This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line.
At their own 17-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. He's got a first down past the 30 and all the way up to the 35-yard line. It'll be an Arizona first down on a gain of 17. Well, CD a lot of times like to separate speed and quickness, and they've got a back that's both. We know that he's fast in the open field, but, man, his first step is so quick, too.
It is something, isn't it? Because you think of that type of speed getting to the perimeter and turning upfield, but also when you run those inside runs, he can get into the secondary so fast the linebackers don't have a chance to react.
Now a throw downfield is taken in by his running back, and he'll be stopped right at midfield. Give him 16 yards there, and it's a Cardinals first down as well.
first down.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. They'll run for the first time with Johnson. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11.
Second and 11 at the 50-yard line.
Ready? 50. Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Back. Clear. Check three.
Gonna give this time to the tailback. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. He's able to rattle off 6 on the carry, and that'll get him to 3rd and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
And defensively going with a dime set. 6 DBs on 3rd and 4. Flag comes in. This might be a free play. Able to find Isabella. And he's going to get this inside the 30. So with the completed pass and the yardage they got, they'll decline the penalty.
So obviously more yards on the pass completion than they would have gained with the penalty. They did the math. They did it well, and it works for them.
1 quarter down, 8-0 the score. Cardinal football here to start quarter number 2 as they've got it with a 1st and 10. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Pretty good results here on the first down run as he takes this forward for about 6. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. 2nd and 4. And this one's incomplete. Christian Kirk, the man he was looking for, and it's 3rd and 4.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. And he's got his man. It's the tight end play. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. They come out here in the eye. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he is in for 6. Touchdown, Cardinals. A great play there. His 5th touchdown now on the year, as they are now on the board here in the first half. And the kick is no good. How about that? He misses on the extra point, and the score holds at 8-6. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. Gets fielded in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked him, because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well, and he's been right.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Wilson. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. The linebacker, Jordan Hicks, flying in there for the sack. He was trying to keep his eyes downfield. Nobody came open.
He was trying to do everything that he had been taught, right? Every bit of the technique. But if no one's open, there is no technique except make sure you hold on to the ball as you go to the ground when you're getting sacked.
On 3rd down, it's Carson. And that's not going to get it done. He'll come up well short of the first at about the 21. Just a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll mean a call to the punt team as it's 4th down. Now here's Michael Dixon as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. And the punt kicks out of bounds, and they will spot it right at the 25-yard line. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. A loss of 2 there, second down. You mentioned very early on the need to establish a running game for this young QB. They really haven't been able to do that, though, in the first half.
So that means what in halftime? Adjustments time, right? Figure out what they are, figure out the things that they really want to accomplish, and who to run behind. Which are your better blockers? Find those guys and get in that direction.
Meanwhile, this one knocked down in the backfield. It's incomplete.
So much of this game is about leverage. We always talk about low man wins in the trenches. Well, it's like that in just about every position. And sometimes, if you lose that leverage and you're losing the battle, just jump up at the line of scrimmage and try and bat the ball away. And that's exactly what happened there.
Off play action. Cornelius. He'll rifle this one deep right. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. Well, that's how you convert on third down with an explosive gain of 34. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10.
Switch. Rush in. Snap.
From the gun, a run for Johnson. Not much there. Maybe a couple as he's taken down at the 40.
Well, he was looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple of yards out of it because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. And he'll give it here to his running back. They follow up the gain of 2 with a gain of 1 that time.
So if you've been playing defense in this one, there's a little bit of the good and some bad because they did give up the touchdown run to him earlier but shut him down otherwise.
Outside of that, you're exactly right. I would say they've contained him very well. The Cardinals on 3rd down. They've been good. 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. Back to throw. Cornelius. And almost picked off. I guess the good news for them now, it's 4th down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
And his kick is good. He got every bit of that one as it's good from 56 yards out. These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now, seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. On 2nd and 9, Wilson over the middle. That's caught by Metcalf. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 45-yard line. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Coming up at halftime, we remind you once again that we're going to check in with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL as we reach now, hard to believe, the halfway point of the season. Time flying.
It certainly is. Time to get the sweaters out, my man.
And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. It's a gain of 15, first down Seahawks.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive, they went 3 and out.
So first and 10 now from the 30.
Check back, check back.
This is Carson. And this time they're able to bottle him up as they'll stop him at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
Second and 10 at the 29-yard line.
Green 80. Let's go, baby. They turn over. Let's get that ball. Let's get that ball. 58, right over there, right over there. Hey, 0, 0, 0. Here we go. 58, boys, 58. Nice.
Looking to throw on second down. Wilson flushed out right. The ball comes out. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 19.
On plays like this, when the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. So it's first and goal and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break.
Well. 58, right over there,
Now they'll throw it with Wilson. And he's got the hook up to Moore. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts, as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. From the 2 now, second and goal.
One flip. Got it.
Now it's Wilson. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawk touchdown. James Devlin, as the first half is winding down, and the Seahawks are going to retake the lead. This time, the extra point up and good, and that'll make this a 6-point game. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This fielded at the 2. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. Time here for likely a couple plays if they want it, but with the field position what it is, maybe better suited to just sit on this one?
I'm with you totally. I would sit on it and get into the locker room and start over. But if they do decide to try and make a play, we know what the basics are. You run draw, you run screen. I would maybe run a little swing pass and try and get my lineman out in space and see if they can chop a hole into the secondary and see if he can run a little bit.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Looking to throw. Cornelius. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the left hash, this from 53 yards out. And his kick is good. And that will do it for this first half. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line.
Let's go.
At their own 26-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that, because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
See if they do just that. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Watch tight end. Watch tight end. Tight end.
Now Wilson. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A good pickup there, 26 yards. Now it's Carson. And this time not quite to the 30. He'll be down at the 31-yard line. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits, and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them.
Check, 43. Watch twist.
On first down, Parsons. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here.
It's 2nd and inches at the 16-yard line.
Still a few inches short of a first down as they come up now on 2nd down. Seattle touchdown. Rashad Penny, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. A good sustained drive there in this 3rd quarter, capping it off with a touchdown to give them a nice 2-score advantage.
It was actually a fun one to watch, wasn't it? I mean, for me, seeing the mix of what they did, how they moved the ball downfield, very sharp, too. Each and every play seemed to be executed with great dispatch.
That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing, and try and get back to where you were to start the half. But if these guys are going to chop into that deficit, they got to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
2nd and 11. He's got a man complete. It's Clay. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. The previous play, they barely got back to the line of scrimmage. Now they pick up over 30 yards. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. And to give this time to the tailback as he's got this down inside the 40 to the 39. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, got to like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. Clay, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd and short. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. Back to throw. Cornelius. And able to find Kirk complete. And he's taken down inside the 30. It's a gain of 11 and a Cardinal first down.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
30 base. Watch the run, watch the run. Slam. There you go.
Now a handoff here to his running back. Tackle coming from the safety, Trey Flowers.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
Now. Look, squeeze.
Looking to throw on second down. Cornelius. Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line. Sacked there by Jadeveon Clowney.
Third down. Third and long.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down.
Hey, team six.
Operating from the gun, Cornelius. And that is incomplete.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
So now here comes the field goal team for the third time today. It'll be a 49-yard attempt from the left hash. And his kick is good. Not by much. It was leaking oil in the end, but he tucks it in the bottom right corner. And the drive will wind up yielding 3. He's got 9 points on field goals now. He's made 3 of them. That gets him a bit closer, but there's no question they need to start turning some of these 3s into 6s.
And for him, it's not his concern, right? He just goes out there when they call on him and goes ahead and puts points up on the board. But the offense has got to get together and figure out what's stalling their drives, so they have to keep calling on him.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
2nd and 10 now from the 27.
2 times. 3 down.
Wilson now to throw again to the right side, incomplete to Metcalf. And some room to work. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. DK Metcalf. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase it.
This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And tough to win games if you're going field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big...
In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line.
Got to give him points for the attempt, but there's just a wave of pressure there. A host of people in the area. Evades a few, but couldn't evade all of them.
Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Looking to throw. Cornelius Now a leaping catch. He's got it.
It certainly feels like there are more stars at the tight end position than there were even 10 years ago. And I think it's become more of a glamour position because of the ways it can hurt a defense, and guys want to be involved. They can be in line, close to the line of scrimmage. They can split out.
And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. And the Seahawks have picked it up. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line.
All these years we've been watching the game, I start to get the sense that whenever it rains out, those guys who have to touch the ball and carry it, they're extremely resentful about that weather.
Yeah, I'm just happy I'm not resentful that we have a roof over our heads. I know that much.
Yeah, maybe we won't fumble our play sheets here as we just saw the fumble happen on the field.
Boy, nowhere to go at all on that first down run as they will get to him behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd and 11.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 25-yard line.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. On 2nd down, it's Parsons. And he's going to take this one down to about the 23-yard line. Chandler Jones, a former All-Pro, in on the tackle.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
Hey, 0, 0, 0.
And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. A rough go there on 3rd down, a loss of 4.
This was boxing. You think maybe they would have thought about stopping this one because this defense has been bruised, it's been battered, but this is why they keep the fight going, right? They just got done with a really nice play, showing they still got a little bit left, don't they?
Haven't had many plays that they can clip, put in the film room, and smile about, but hey, there's one.
Clip and save.
Now this one now not over yet, Charles. You've got a sliver of hope on that other sideline.
You certainly do, because that would have made it a 3-score game, and that probably would have been curtains at that point. But now if they can get down the field quickly and somehow get the ball back one more time, we may have a different ball game.
Throwing to start the drive. Cornelius. He'll rifle into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the free safety, Eric Berry. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking 1st downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, 1st downs, they can't touch the ball.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Check 50, check 50. Alert, 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 alert.
They run again with Carson. After getting stuffed on 1st down, not much better there. 2-yard gain.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
3rd and 9.
And the Seahawks on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 9. Now Wilson. He's going to let this one go deep. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. First quarter, Charles, you really emphasized the importance of winning the turnover battle as a visiting team, as an underdog. They haven't forced a single turnover in this game.
And right now they're losing, so no turnovers might lead to no victory.
He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. And they won't get a chance to bring this one back. It goes out of bounds back near their own 20.
At their own 23-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And last time, one play interception, so this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling, because a one-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, you got a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Back to throw. Cornelius. Now he lets it go deep for Kirk. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Shaquille Griffin with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Defensively that time, they were in zone coverage. As a rookie QB, what lesson can you learn there?
Well, understand this. You saw zone in college, and the defensive backs reacted, but they don't react like they do on this level. So when they're in zone and they see the ball coming to them, they'll react at least a half a second faster. You've got to know where you want to go with the ball and be decisive with it. Otherwise, the end result can be something you don't like.
And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line.
Well, that's the big drawback to this play. Even if somehow the quarterback pitches it, he's not immune to the big hit. In this case, he kept it and absorbed it anyway.
On 2nd and 11 now. Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble. And the Cardinals have got it. Going the other way. And they will take over at the 29-yard line.
Partner, that one looked like it was over. I mean, they had control, had the football, and the defense had to make a play in order to keep them in the game. That's exactly what they did.
And now that door ajar, 2-score game. So hold on here. Not done in the 4th. Following the fumble recovery, Cornelius. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29. 2nd and 10. And he fires one incomplete. He was looking for Jordan Howard that time. And it's 3rd down.
You don't want to throw away this excellent field position, but that's 2 incomplete passes in a row. Definitely need something big here on 3rd and 10.
Conversely, defense has done a good job on 1st and 2nd down. The coverage has been draped. Looking to throw. Cornelius. Wide open receiver complete. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 18 on that one, and the Cardinals have a 1st down. From the gun, Cornelius. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by the free safety, Eric Berry. And they'll have the football, but deep in their own territory as he's brought down at the 5. Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning. Threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How'd things turn out for him?
I think okay. He's a guy in all the commercials now, right?
Yeah, I think he's doing okay.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
What you got, Heavy? Give me some. Give me some. Alert, 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 alert. Hey, alert 3, alert 3. Check 26, check 26.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Carson. And he'll take this forward only up to about the 7. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
And this is an absolutely big 3rd down that's been set up here, partner, and there's no other way to put it. The defense has to get a stop here if they have any hopes of winning this game.
Has to. You said big 3rd down. I'd put the word big in capital letters here. On 3rd down, it's Carson. And he's going to be taken down here at about the 10. Give him 3 yards there as that'll take us to 4th down. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. Now here's Michael Dixon. He's been terrific so far. Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. Taking it about the 36. Good blocking there, nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And the Cardinals, great field position to start this drive as they take over 1st and 10.
30 base. Check right, check right.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Past the 20. It's caught. This is White. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Kevin White, his 3rd touchdown now on the year, as his guys are back within a single score. Still an important piece of business to take care of, the extra point. And this time he gets it to go as it is up and good. So a 7-point game. They'll need a recovery, the touchdown, and an extra point to tie. And this one travels out of bounds, so unsuccessful there on the onside kick try. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And this game not quite over yet, and we'll likely see them take all 3 timeouts defensively, so they can't just kneel this one out. They're going to have to try to run a few plays.
You're exactly right. They've got to get a 1st down.
Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble. And the Cardinals have got it. Going the other way. And his crew will take over at their own 45-yard line. And maybe that one caused by the weather. Of course, the rain coming down. Charles, can you maybe, when you're carrying that football, grip it too tight in the rain?
I think that you can, and it's such a delicate balance, too, because when you grip it so tight, sometimes it'll slip out from your body. You squeeze it too hard, and it'll pop out on its own. I've actually had running backs talk to me about that, and when they've tried too hard, even in perfect conditions, the ball gets away from them. They've got to find that good balance, carrying it firmly, yet at the same time under control.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. They'll look to throw. He's got a 1st down and then some inside the 40. And finally brought down at the 38. It's a pickup of 17 and a 1st down. Back to throw. He's got White here. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. 12 yards the pickup, good enough for an Arizona 1st. Now they try the right side here. Oh, no, he lost the football. And the Seahawks have picked it up. And they will take over at the 29-yard line. And they were hoping to get down there, get the score, and get this thing into overtime. How deflating.
Absolutely. I mean, let's face it, heartbreaking. They had an opportunity, had a chance, and probably were feeling pretty good about what was going on, and that was taken away from them by their own mistake.
Yep, the opportunity squashed. The Cardinals going to use the 1st of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this 4th quarter.
Down, 50, plant. Check, 43. Oh, yeah, I'm coming. Oh, yeah, I'm coming.
On 2nd down now, it's Carson. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play. Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their 2nd, as it'll come with 36 seconds to go in half number 2. Wilson after the play fake to Carson. Eluding the pressure right. He can run for it, and he will. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. The rushing numbers for Wilson, maybe down from earlier in his career, but he's still a threat to go, showing it there, picking up the 1st down.
First and 10, 47-yard line.
Tighten up, pull it together.
The Seahawks in victory formation as they go ahead and take the knee.
Touch, 380. 43 to Mike. Let's go.
So the victory here for Seattle, and it wasn't really always pretty. They had their bumps and bruises, really both sides did, but they did what they needed.